Hey friends, Allison here, joining you again with a new scrapbooking layout. Welcome back to my channel. This layout is another Cricut designed and created layout. I used a mixture of products from all over the place, and right now I'm just showing you the scraps of paper that I killed. So there were two little pieces of white and gray cardstock that were killed with die cutting, and then the last piece, the blue piece, came off of this grid that I cut with my Cricut, and so I killed an entire 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock to do that as well. I included some hand stitching on some of the elements in this layout as well. So this panel, which is from the cloud panel, I should say, which is from Cocoa Vanilla. I wanted to say Close to My Heart, but I knew that wasn't right. Cocoa Vanilla's Sunkissed. That was part of a 12 by 12 piece of paper from the collection that I used up mostly to create that panel. So there's hand stitching on that, and then there's hand stitching on the two large white clouds as well. There are going to be more clouds added to this layout, but they will not be hand stitched. I'm working on my sign right now. I was actually inspired by one of the challenges over at Paper Issues for their July crop. I know that one of the challenges is to include a road sign or a sign of some sort, and that's where the idea for this layout, well, not the layout so much, but the signs anyways, came from. I'm adding grass to the bottom of the signs. There is another sign coming up in just a moment. It's smaller than this one. These both were cut with my Cricut, as well as the title, which is On the Road. And right now I'm working on adding my pictures as well. They're going to span, oh, pardon me. I had a dog and a cat laying on me, and they both just moved. They're going to span the width of the layout. There are 3 pictures, which you can see now. They were printed at 3 by 3 inches, and some of them were mounted with craft foam, and one of them was not, because it was on the cloud pattern paper panel, and because of the stitching and the craft foam that I put behind that, it was already popped up, so it didn't need any more height, in my opinion. Here are the other clouds that I just mentioned a moment ago. I wanted to, aside from the signs, I really wanted to run with the cloud theme. I really liked that for this layout. The story behind this layout is about a trip my husband made for work to Yellowknife. If this layout looks familiar to you, it is because I made a companion page or spread of this particular story in my traveler's notebook. It was actually the first spread that I put in my traveler's notebook. I will include the link to that video in the description box below, because there is a video for it. So if you want to check it out, you can definitely do that, and you'll know where to go. Here is where I pulled in all sorts of product from different manufacturers. There is some Echo Park, there is some Close to My Heart, there will be some Tim Holtz, and there will also be some Pink Fresh by the time this entire layout is complete. I really wanted to pull in, my plan in the beginning was to add some more birds. There is a red bird already on the layout. I didn't want red though, but in the end I ran with it, because even though there were other birds stickers that I had in my stash, they were facing the wrong direction and not quite the right shape. So this one worked, and as a result, I ended up pulling in more red into the layout, but you'll see that in a little bit here. I'm working on this sticker from Pink Fresh right now. It doesn't make it onto the layout at this point, but it will in just a minute. I thought before I actually committed to sticking it anywhere, I would write my journaling, which is just a few lines. It's nothing too serious. And then once that's done, I finish this layout with just a little bit more embellishing. Oh, and the date as well. I cut this tab with my Cricut. I'm adding the date to it using peacock feather ink, distress ink, and that is going to be adhered on the right hand side of the panel along the bottom. I'm just going to use my tape runner, my ATG, to adhere that to the layout base. And then I'm going to add just a few more hearts and puffy stickers from Close to My Heart, which is where I pull in more of the red. There were 2 red hearts on this little sticker sheet. I thought about using the hexagons because I thought they would really work well as like stop signs, but I decided not to use those. I just stuck with the red hearts. And then the other hearts are from a different Close to My Heart collection, and they are in the blue and green tones, which worked with the colors that I was trying to stick with for this layout. And with that, this layout is complete. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this layout inspired you. I hope you enjoyed my video and found something in it that inspired you. There are my close-ups. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Cricut inspired and created layouts, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you're notified every time I post a new video to this channel. Enjoy the rest of your week, my friends, and your weekend, and I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye, friends.